car's already on. Tried to turn it on again. Okay. Right, okie dokie. It is 5:44 in the old money, which means it's actually 6:44. And I am heading home. Basically, I've just been to work. There we go. And I have been early doors drinks with work, where I had a cup of tea. Rock and roll. Yeah, I've had a cup of tea with work at the pub, and I left there about 5:30 because Now TV rang me. So I went back in the car, and then I asked them to ring me back. So they rang back when I was in the car. So I sat down and I spoke to my guy Jake from Now TV. I've been dealing with my issues, and then I ended up getting sorted out with a reconnection date. So I'm going to explain to you everything that's been going on with Now TV. It's been 3 weeks today since I got home and realised that the internet wasn't working. So I rang them up, and they said there was a problem with my... well, it's very rare I can get straight out there because it's late now. They said there was a problem with my with the network, and that they were going to escalate it to BT Openreach, and it would be fixed within 3 days. They said. They didn't say working days. They said 3 days. So on Sunday I rang them for an update, and they said, "Oh, we meant 3 working days, so it's not actually going to be done." So then I kept in touch with them that first week until at the end of that week I found out that it was the bank holiday weekend, so it's a Thursday, and they basically said they were going to escalate it again, and BT Openreach would start doing work on the Tuesday after. So then on the Tuesday after I hadn't heard anything, and then at the end of that week I found out that actually BT Openreach hadn't done anything. They'd been bouncing back all of the requests to fix it because they escalated it at that point, and found out that there was an issue with how my ID had been set up, and they weren't accepting that I was a real customer, and so they kept rejecting all of the calls for an engineer, which meant that I wasn't eligible for the Ofcom auto compensation scheme, even though Now TV's page actually looks like I should be, because there's actually no problem with my equipment or my address. It's a problem with how they've set it up. So anyway, they said I'm not eligible, so I've kind of agreed with them for now so that I can get back on as quickly as possible. And now, anyway, so I agreed with them about that. They then said that they'd cancel it down, and they'd ring me on Sunday with an offer I couldn't refuse as far as compensation went and going back with them. So on Sunday I didn't get a call. I then had to ring them myself on Monday, and it turned out that Paul and Jake, who I'd been speaking to, Jake the supervisor, was actually ill. He'd been off ill all weekend. So they agreed to call me back on the Tuesday, which they did. Jake called me back and basically said that the cancellation, BT had rejected the cancellation and weren't going to do any work on it until Thursday. So he was going to give me a call back when he was next in on Friday, which is today. And he spoke to me quite a long time about it, and basically agreed off the record that it was a loophole thing, that BT were shirking their responsibilities, and it was just an unfortunate thing, and it's ridiculous in this day and age that you should be without internet for so long, and all this kind of palaver. So I basically have just had my call back now to say yes, the cancellation's gone through, they can reconnect me now. I looked into moving to an alternative supplier. The reason I haven't done that is because my options are go back to Sky, which is slightly more expensive, and I've been with Sky for ages anyway. Go to TalkTalk, who tried to sell me stuff all the time when I was with them, and I didn't like the customer service. They've got a really bad reputation for customer service. PlusNet, which is actually owned by BT, which makes me not want to use them. And there would be a connection charge. Vodafone, and there would be a connection charge, and it's a bit of an unknown quantity. and I've had terrible experiences with Vodafone when I used to use them for my mobile. And the other one was to stay with Now TV, knowing now that I have got a good rapport with 2 people in the call centre. To be honest, if it hadn't been for the way that they've dealt with it, and once they actually took ownership of it, I don't think, I would have just been, they would have been dead to me basically. But they have made it so much easier. They've made a stressful situation easier to handle by the fact that I knew that they were nice people and they were actually genuinely trying to help me. That's how I felt about it. So I figured I'd give them a chance. So what they've offered me today is to sign up with them on the same terms as before, so £18 a month. They're going to give me 3 months credit, so I get 3 months free. They're going to give me an entertainment pass and a cinema pass for a year. So I've got all that, which isn't the £8 a day that I should be eligible for. There's a bus coming up. Okay, how's this bus going to get through? Hopefully I'll be able to get through so I can turn right on that. I'm going to have to turn around at the top of the village, aren't I? Oh, I've missed it. Buses are so long. They're so long. It's so unpractical. So I've then let them put me through to their sales team. Thank you, Kaz. And they've arranged, they said an engineer needs to come out, and they've arranged for that to be next Thursday between 1 and 6. So Thursday the 9th. So by the time I get on, I will have actually been off for nearly a month, nearly 4 weeks. So yeah, 4 weeks, what's that, 28 days? So 27 days times £8 is what I think that I probably still should be eligible for. I know that there are avenues for me to explore if I feel that I'm eligible for that. I know there's CSAS, I think it's called a CCAS or whatever, who's like an ombudsman that I can raise a complaint with. So I'd have to raise a formal complaint with Now TV, which I may actually do that. What I need to do is let it simmer down, get myself back on, see how they handle that, and then see if I want to actually take it further. Because other than my buying some data, which has cost me, and Josh has had to buy data, I haven't been physically out of pocket from not having the internet. It could have been worse. I could have been like having to work from home and stuff. So that's not been too bad, really. It's just been I have been slighted. I have been treated, in a way that isn't really acceptable. But sometimes, I'm not one of these where if I have an accident, I want £10 million off everyone because I want to see how much money I can get. That doesn't sit well with me. So what I'll do is I'll get everything back on, I'll reevaluate, and I'll see how I feel about it. So yeah, so basically that's my situation as far as my internet's been. It's been an absolute nightmare, to be fair. My sleep hypnosis, that's been the biggest thing. I found myself feeling really flat. I found myself feeling really... I've been sinking into a depression and not realising it, and then I've noticed things and thought, yeah, I'm depressed, and I've not noticed it. Like I've not washed any clothes for ages, and I've not been tidying up. I've just been kind of flat and not really, just been a zombie, really. I forgot to clean my guinea pig out, so he ended up being cleaned out a couple of days later than normal. It's just, my brain traffic has just been really bad. The last few days in particular, I've found it really, really difficult to function at work. So I've still done everything that I've needed to do. It's just took me so much longer, and it's just been so much more hard work to concentrate than it normally would. And I think that's basically because I've had 3 weeks now where I've got into a routine of meditating every evening as I went to sleep, and hypnosis, and it's only when that's taken away, it's almost like that's become my medication. And if you're on medication and then you don't take it for 3 weeks, it does things to you. It does things to your chemistry. So it's a good experiment, actually. It makes me realise how much good that has been doing me. So I can't wait to get back into that and get onto that as a routine. So So yeah, the light is at the end of the tunnel now. I'm just hoping that there's not an issue on Thursday and that they can get me straight back online. So I've decided pretty much that I'm gonna binge watch Game of Thrones all in one go, because it's the last season. I'm gonna try and stay spoiler free, and I'm gonna watch it all in one go. It's only 6 episodes, so literally get a load of alcohol in, drinking game rules, watch it in one big bingey fest, and yeah, so that should be fun. The universe obviously wants that to happen, so that is what is going to happen. Well, I pulled up at home, it was like 8 minutes or something, so I sat here and waffled on for a bit longer. So what I'm going to do now is go in, have some dinner with Josh, and then I'm going to go and put the world to rights with my friend Ness. I'm going to hope that she lets me borrow her Wi-Fi so I can upload this to the YouTube tonight. Otherwise, I'm kind of stuffed because I'm not uploading it with data. No siree Bob. I need my data. That's all I've got, man. That's all I've got. I'm like scratching out my veins for my Wi-Fi. It has made me feel really bad how much I rely on Wi-Fi. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my next video on the Tuesday, and because obviously we've got a bank holiday, and I think I'm going to do that one on how the human race is basically a bunch of parasites. I'm feeling a bit ashamed to be human at the moment with stuff that's going on, and with this climate change thing, and people just wanting to carry on driving around in the cars. Yes, I know. Wanting to carry on eating all this food. At the end of the day, yeah, there's lots I can say about it, so I'm not going to get into it now, but that's what I'm going to talk about on Tuesday. So now you're all up to date with my internet saga. It's been a bit of a dull one, really. It's just, yeah, it'd be interesting to know what you would do in my situation. I have been extremely calm and rational about it. Especially when talking to the customer service people, because at the end of the day they're there to help me. It's not their fault that these issues are going on. So yeah, I have been very, very fair with them. I've had some awesome banter actually. There've been a lovely couple of lads that I've been talking to. But yeah, I'd be interested to see if you would actually push for the complaint, you know, whether it's the justice from BT situation or whether it would just be me being kind of money grabbing for the sake of it. I don't know. It's a lot of money though, isn't it? And if I am entitled to it, shouldn't I have it? Yeah, drop me a comment about that. Yeah, you need to help be my conscience in this situation, because I know I'm a bit soft sometimes. And you know what? I like that. I'm never going to change. I'm never going to change. I'd rather be accused of being too nice than anything else, really. I think better to be too nice and too nasty. So I'm going to go now because it's nearly 7 o'clock and I've not even got home from work yet. But have a splendid weekend. I'll chat more on Tuesday. Cheerio. Enjoy your shenanigans. Bye.